Oh, ridiculously. Don't get scared by the... Hello and welcome back to Assetto. Yes, you're right, we're back in the Porsche GT3 RS. This is not the first video I make about this car, this is actually the third video I make about this car. But this is not just an upgraded version or an upgraded mod, this is actually a different version of the same car, and it's absolutely ridiculous. It's just... I'm definitely not the best driver for this. This thing is so quick. You can't imagine. It's ridiculous. So Secchi Performance decided to make an even more ridiculous version for this car, as the GT3 RS is already, of course, the most race focused, most track focused GT3 or Porsche there is basically right now on the market, because as this is the 2023 version. Then we got this one yesterday actually. This is the GT3 RS Racing Edition. It got quite a few upgrades if I'm being honest, so let's just first start off with the mod itself. So which features do you get with this car? Well, of course we get the Android system as always, and what is a nice feature actually is that you can change the Android system to the map where you're driving actually. So if you're not familiar with the map, you can actually have the map displayed on the screen as well, and you can change it to the Android Auto system. Then in the middle with the cluster, which you can change to a different cluster, the more race focused cluster, which I'm not actually on right now. I think it's no, yes, there we go. So you can see the revs as well, they light up when it's time to change gear, which is a really nice feature in the car as well. Then if we move over to the outside, we have the custom body kit from Secchi Performance. The outside is absolutely ridiculous. It already had this absolute ridiculous wing, of course, on the back, and now we have this rear diffuser which is sticking out with 4 exhausts. It's just, well, even more crazy than the previous version. Actually, on the inside there are some racing upgrades as well. If you look at the bucket seats, they're completely different than the previous version. There are some other small details that Secchi Performance made a difference to as well. The suspension is upgraded as well, and the brakes are upgraded, and the wheels, of course, it's running on slicks actually. You don't have any other options for tires as it runs on slick standard, but I think that's a good option actually, as these are the most suitable tires for this car. For the livery or the colors you can choose from is basically all the colors you want as long as it's black. The outside is a custom livery for this car made by Secchi Performance. Black, beautifully done with the red GT3 RS logo on the side and the Secchi Performance logo on the back. Don't forget to look at the wheels with the Michelin stickers on. It's a pretty cool touch, and how thick the tires are, you can definitely see there. It became a real racing car this time. So let's jump into the engine. The engine has 800 horsepower, which is 275 more than the previous version. It has 750 Newton meters of torque, which is almost 300 more than last time, and it only weighs 1195 kilos, which is also around 250 kilos less than the previous time. So it's just ridiculously outperforming the previous Weissach package, which we did in the, or which we used in the last review I made on this car. So why is this car here? Well, last week we got, of course, the new world record on the Nordschleife from the AMG one. I think it was like 634, 632 or something. I will put it on the screen right now. But this one is basically an answer for that from Secchi Performance. It's a ridiculously fast car. It will definitely be quicker than the AMG one. It's just... it still sticks to the ground. It drives amazing, I have to say. I really love the way how the Weissach package GT3 drove or drives, as I'm still using it quite a lot actually in my free time. This is a really cool car to drive. Don't forget you have an actual DRS function on the car on the rear wing, which is a really cool touch to this car, and it's actually functional on this car. Then this one, you definitely notice a performance change as it has way more horsepower, of course. Now when you turn traction control off, it will slide in the corners when you're not careful. So you can still hammer it, of course, but it's basically same as the AMG GT Black series we had last week. It will just... You need to be just a little bit careful. Oh. Same mistake as I made last week. This is definitely a very cool car. I can highly recommend to try it out. I'm very curious what you guys can do on this with this car on the track, on the Nordschleife, and what your time will be. I will try to post a video as well with my fastest lap and with the time, as I think this will be definitely under the 6:30, and I'm very curious what everyone will do with this car. Second Performance, thank you for this mod. Thank you for making this. It's absolutely ridiculous and I love it. It's amazing. It's just so quick. Sometimes we need these cars, these ridiculously fast cars, as it's just so cool. Thank you for watching. See you on the next one. Bye. Oh. Time to finish this one. Yes.